day, gentlemen. Welcome to Footwear Industries of Tennessee. We are located in the eastern part of Tennessee, and if you ever come to the Great Smoky Mountains or Gatlinburg, we hope that you'll stop by and see us. We've been located here for about 8 years now, and we make work boots. And when I say we make work boots, we make work boots. We do everything from cutting all the way to finishing. So now I'm going to take you on a tour of our operations, show you some of the main boot making operations, and let you see some of our proud Americans hard at work. We'll begin at our leather cutting operation. What we have in front of us is an American steer hide, and we're going to make it into a high-test Admiral boot. Meet Cindy. She's one of our star cutting operators. Most of our leather is cut the old way. That's to say, we use metal dies to cut each piece for the upper pattern. For example, this is the vamp piece. Cindy will normally cut the vamp from the spine area of the hide. She will also take care to make sure that there are no brand marks or scratches around the toe. She will cut all the parts for one pair of boots at the same time. This is the best way to ensure that the color of the leather is consistent all over the boot. After the leather has been cut, we'll skive the edges and emboss your brand logos. Then your Admiral boot is ready to be stitched together. A lot of our stitching is done on computer-controlled machines. This is Kathy, and she's operating our Orasol 5035 machine. She loads the leather pieces into the pallet. She shuts the lid to keep everything in place, and then off we go. Voila! You can see the boot taking shape now. Auto stitching is faster than manual stitching. Also, the stitching is neater and more consistent. The machine stitches the same way every time and never gets tired. So here is a complete upper. Many of the seams have been auto stitched, including the quarter, collar, and foxing. Also the logo on the foxing, and the tongue and the eye stakes. The next operation is lasting. This is where the upper is stretched over the last and the leather is molded to the shape of your foot. We begin with the back part molding. This is Shannon. We use a hot mold and then a cold mold to make sure the heel has good shape. Before we go any further, we need to install the Met guard. Then we fit the steel toe cap. During this process, the lasting department will fit about 300 pairs of Met guards today. So here is a fully lasted Admiral boot. We've taken the last out and he's ready for outsoling. Fit is a direct injection operation. That means the outsoles are molded directly to the upper. There isn't any stitching or gluing involved in this process. Injection is handled by our Desma machine. Our machine has 30 injection stations with circular arrangement. This means that in every circuit we inject 15 pairs of boots. One complete circuit takes about 15 minutes, so we can inject about 60 pairs of boots an hour, or about 500 pairs in a normal shift. Now let's follow our boot. First, the upper is put on a foot form. You can think of it as a metal leg. The foot form is positioned above the mold. The first injection operation molds the outsole bottom. The material needs some time to cure, so while the bottom is curing, our robot roughs the upper. Roughing is necessary to ensure that the PU midsoles material will form a strong bond with the leather. This is where the PU is injected into the mold. And this is where we get to see the results of the injection. We pass the injected boot to Quincy, who trims off the flashing. Well, gentlemen, I think this is what you're waiting to see. A unit high-test Admiral Built. I think it looks pretty good. Hope you guys do too.